back to another episode of Caveopolis. Last time we built this fire protective suit, and today we are going to use it to go down into the nether area. So let's go ahead and use the temp pad to head down to the basalt layer. Now we can go ahead and go straight down. And unfortunately, you sink very, very, very slowly in lava, but we'll be able to get down there eventually. Once I get down there, I will set up a temp pad. That way we never have to deal with the lava again. Let's go to... Okay. So... would have been smart if I had thought to bring some blocks down here, but I did not think of that. So instead, we're just gonna have to, there we go. So once this all sinks away, we should be good to go. Perfect. Okay, let's toss down the torch. I did find my torches in between episodes. There we go. Just gonna go layer at a time. Do have a paxel. Oh, calm down, Brinks. I think I need to take the puppies out in a little bit. And almost done. We are down at deep slate. So let me just toss some torches. And then we will start setting up our temp pad locations. So this is netherrack. And then we have some nether brick. Just use the paxel. And add soul sand. And we have our soil. And last but not least, we have our soil. Just toss down some torches and add a new location. Soil. Now we can go home, teleport, and I'm going to do what I did before and make myself a little armor stand. My armor. It's here. Okay, and I am back. Sorry about that. The dog started barking like crazy. So I'm just going to toss this stuff right here, just in case we ever need it again. And now I'm going to go ahead and sort out my inventory, work on my storage system, and I'll cut back to y'all when we are ready to take on the next set of quests. So be right back. Okay, so that just took about 5 to 10 minutes, but now we have our ore extractor upgrade blazing. And we can toss it in here. Oh, crap. How did water get in that pipe? I've got to figure out how to get the water out. How do I make a tank? That's not what I wanted. Basic fluid tank. Perfect. So now this will just passively generate blaze powder. It will take some energy. Hopefully this will be able to keep up. I don't know. If it doesn't, oh well, it's not the end of the world. I'll be able to get some better better stuff in a little bit. Let me break that connection. Do that. And I gotta get the water out again. There we go. Okay. So that should fill that up with lava. Perfect. Now, the next thing we need to do to finish this chapter off is to get a machine frame, which is actually going to be a little annoying. So, let me get packing die out. Tin ingot, I need the ear die. And you know what? I'm just going to have to get more blaze powder with the eroder. It's going to be a little obnoxious, but it's going to be the fastest way to do it, because this is just going to take way too long. That being said, I am nearing the end. Get this. Let me go grab some glass. I don't know why I grabbed the iron. I don't need iron. Okay, just need 4 more blaze powder. And then we should be good to go. It is nice that this is all running off of just one water generator. And 8. 9, apparently. I can count. There we go. So I'll be right back. Okay, so we are back. In between clips, I went ahead and completely tore this entire area out. I'm going to redesign what's going on here. And I have moved all of my ores and things into this area. I have a feeling I'm going to be tearing this stuff out and replacing it and moving it constantly. So just don't be surprised if everything's different. It's actually been a little bit blah, 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 a little while in between clips. And I've been looking through this quest menu. And I think my goal is going to be to get this upward branch as well as this branch down here. Because I think once I get most of that out of the way, I should be good to go for a lot of automation and things. So I have gone ahead and prepped some materials that I will need for some of these miscellaneous quests. And I forgot my glass. Right, I accidentally put my glass away. Let me go get that. So we need a blast chiller. We also need a arboreal extractor, which is going to need some wood. A redstone servo. Wood. I think I need just some plain iron for the redstone servo. Yep. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm actually going to make 7 of the arboreal extractors. I'm low on buckets. And I'm low on iron. How the heck did that happen? Get some smelting. 3 will do for now. So the arboreal extractor, when you place it up next to a tree, will slowly suck out either sap if you have it next to an oak or resin. Now I've got all of these spruce trees set up because spruce is actually going to give me the most resin, and that's what I want. I want a lot of resin. We next need the fractionating still, which I need copper ingots for. Copper. I forget how many of the fractionating stills I need. What am I missing? Oh, these redstone flux coils. I'm gonna guess I need 4 fractionating stills. Maybe it'll be 3. Let's go ahead and do a fractionating still here. So the fractionating still will take the resin in and it will convert it into rosin and tree oil. Yep. So let me get some pipes. Pipe. And yeah, I'm going to have this down. Disconnect that. And let me configure that side to be the input. So we've got some resin coming in here. Now we just need to get some power to this. Unfortunately, the only power I have right now is this water generator. So I'm going to take a second and make the Stirling dynamo. For this, I need an iron gear, a redstone flux, some stone, some iron, and redstone. I think I just need stone. One second. Okay, sorry about that. Let me go ahead and make the Stirling dynamo. So this is going to be a temporary power solution. Toss that there. And I'm going to grab some coal, which, you know, I'm just going to block up and toss in. That is slowly giving me power, which is going to start the conversion process. At this point, I should have enough iron to make some more buckets. I still need more arboreal extractors. Doop, doop, doop. And then let me just configure these to extract. Okay, now we've got our rosin. Now the next step in this path is to use the tree oil in an alloy mixer with some water. So I need to get my alloy mixer going. Let me put some stuff away. Nope. So an alloy mixer right there. I'm going to export on the left with auto output enabled. Awesome. Although I don't want the rosin to go in. So I'm going to have to lost some, but whatever. It's not the end of the world. Okay. And I'm going to toss a chest on top for the rosin to go into. So now I need to pump in some water And I'm also going to need some biofuel. So for this, I'm actually going to, what am I doing? Small square. Punch out some space back here. So I need, where's my pickaxe? There we go. Oh, puppies are going crazy again. Let's get some water. Going to need an aqueous accumulator, as well as an eroder. Now, I made the eroder already, which will go right there. Yes. Basic logistical transporter. I need more of those. I'm gonna need more mechanical pipes, so I'm gonna, I'm gonna pause for a second. Oh, wait. Got a few more. Logistical transporter. Actually, this will make more sense in a minute. I hope it'll make sense in a minute at least. So let me toss down the torch for right now. And I'm going to make an aqueous accumulator, which I forget how to do. Oh, just a basic barrel mixed stone ingot. I can do that pretty quickly. Okay, so I am back. Sorry, dogs decided to be a barky butt. So I've gone ahead and made an aqueous accumulator that's pumping water into here. Now all I need to do is get biofuel. So biofuel comes from moss in an eroder. So I'm going to have a igneous extruder right here. It is sitting on top of a mossy stone block. So once I get some lava right there, this will produce moss balls. Now, unfortunately, I can't directly turn those into what I need. So I'm going to put that there. And I'm all out of the logistical transport pipes, which is why I've been making some more stuff. There we go. So this will go there, pump out into here, which will convert it into moss blocks, which will then get pumped into here. I think the last thing I need to do is just adjust this. So now we've got our biofuel, and our tree oil should be converting into crude oil. So we need to get a bucket of crude oil. Let's see. Basic fluid tank is just iron and redstone. Some iron and some redstone. Basic fluid tank. I don't need that on top anymore. Yep. And configure to pull. There we go. And we got our bucket. Perfect. So, up next is the refined fuel. So to get refined fuel, we are going to need to get light oil and heavy oil. And to get those, we are going to use our crude oil in a fractionating still. Now, this is going to be a little bit obnoxious because it's going to produce two outputs. So what I'm going to do, put my pipe there and grab my next fractionating still. I want input on the bottom. There we go. Now I should just need to give this power. And I'm going to break that and toss it right here for now, because I do have some of these universal cables that I should be able to use to run some power around. Now this crude oil will convert into two other byproducts, and I need another fractionating still. Need more Invar gears. Do I have any more? I do not. And I'm all out of Invar. Running back and forth. Eventually, I will have things a little bit more set up correctly. And let me plop copper dust, put some iron dust in there. Because Invar is what, 2 iron and 1 nickel. Okay. Let me make my Invar blend. So I'm going to cut again, and I'll be right back when I've got that last fractionating still. So be right back. Okay, so I have finished getting the fractionating still together. And I think we're ready for the next segment. So I'm going to have an output on either side. And now the tricky part is these are two different fluids. So I need to be careful how I deal with them. So I'm going to bring this up, bring this up. I'm going to put my fractionating stills on either side. There we go. And then I'm going to put, first I got to configure them for input on the bottom. And I'm going to put one of these retrieval modules on the bottom, and I've gone ahead and made myself a tank for each one of the fluids so that I can filter. So this will retrieve that fluid. Just dump it in. And then this one will retrieve this fluid. It's not the fastest, but it will work. Now to empty this, I'm just going to put it underneath here. And there we go. That emptied it out. Now I need to give these power up here. That one had power because I actually connected it up real quick. So let's go with some power cables. I'm all out of the universal cable. What was that? Basic universal cable, just 2 Constantan plates. Could do. And some redstone. Now, if I remember correctly, the heavy oil. Yep, heavy oil gives me some tar, and that oil gives me a different output. So I'm going to put a chest down there with an export buffer on either side, just so those solids get thrown in there, and I will deal with them at a later date in the future. I forgot to configure this again. Go. Oops, did not mean to do that. I got a bucket of crude oil. Not sure what to do with it. I'll just toss it in there for now. Okay, this should be done. Basic universal cable, perfect. Now we just need to go over and over. And now these will both produce some of this refined fuel. Oh, auto needs to be enabled. So these will both produce refined fuel, and refined fuel is going to be my primary fuel source. What's it called? Oh, my brain stopped working. Everything. So let's output through the top. Got 400 millibuckets. This is my fluid pipes. That right there. With my output out the top. Good. Now I can pick up sulfur, which is a quest, and I can bucket up that, which is another quest. So refined fuel is going to be my primary fuel source in the compression dynamo. So to get the compression dynamo, I need this thing, which shouldn't take too long to make. Need a machine frame. I need some nether bricks, which I think I still have over here. I wrote Constantan gears. I think I forgot to make Constantan gears. I did. Oops. And gear making. What else do we need? Need that. And then just need my 2 Constantan gears, and we should be good to go. Okay, now I can make my compression dynamo, which is bronze gears, which I've got already, and some bronze ingots. Yep, got 4 bronze gears. So I'm going to make 2. And I just need some iron, and we will be done. So I know I kind of pushed through a lot of this pretty quickly, but that's because I wanted to get to the compression dynamo. I have a Stirling dynamo, but that is very kind of basic beginning power supply. I needed to get to something more substantial. The compression dynamo is going to be the power supply I use for the next little while. So in between episodes, I'm going to probably redesign this because, of course, I'm going to redesign everything, and have a whole bank of compression dynamos that are powered using this refined fuel that I'm making up above. But I think that's going to do it for me today. Appreciate your watching. Be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, all that fun YouTube nonsense. Make sure you check out in my description box. I do have some links to my Discord and Twitch channels. But otherwise, have a